Righto, Anna, pass over the... So this is a Houghton Sauvignon Blanc Semillon, probably one of the benchmark wines of Western Australia.
Wonderful lift.
Light herbaceousness, a bit of passion fruit and a bit of gooseberry, but Semillon just brings that little bit of softness and grassiness to the wines. Just an enjoyable
really made this a style of their own, haven't they?
Indeed, I think it's the maritime climate that we've got there, and just in the soils. And it's like most winemaking, and particularly with this style, it's evolved a lot. Wines have got a lot more juicy and easy to drink.
The thing I can never get over with West Australia is just how aromatic the Semillons are,
Well, in some years the Semillon can actually be a bit more herbaceous than what the Sauvignon Blancs are.
But they are complementary, aren't they?
They work so well together, and it doesn't matter whether they're a Semillon Sauvignon Blanc or a Sauvignon Blanc Semillon.
I love the acidity. It's crisp but it's soft.
How do you get the consistency every year with all the stripe range wines? They're always so consistent.
Well, I think that comes from our fruit resource. Houghton Winery has got just such an amazing access to fruit from all around Western Australia. This wine comes mostly from Pemberton, Franklin River and Margaret River. Wow. Sort of the main source of the fruit for that. It's all about sort of fitting the right sort of fruit flavours to the right wine.
We'll move on to White Classic.
Yep, why not?
Oh.
That looks good.
At least it's in a screw cap. So this is the Houghton signature wine. It's the White Classic, or as it was known from 1937 on as the Houghton White Burgundy. And it was a wine that was conceived by Jack Mann as a blend of Chenin Blanc, Verdelho and Muscadel. And it's stayed very much the style. It stuck with those varieties for many, many years until in the mid-70s, wasn't it, Phil?
Yeah. I remember I'd just come back from a bit of time in France, and I thought to myself, hell, here we are making a thing called white burgundy, and there is not a drop of Chardonnay in it. Of course, in France, white burgundy has to be Chardonnay. Yep. So we started to introduce a little bit of Chardonnay into the blend at that time.
But the wine still stays true to its origins, and it's always a majority of Chenin Blanc. And Chenin Blanc's an amazing variety. It just loves those warm days, cool nights that we get in the Swan Valley and Gingin. And as a straight variety, it has the most amazing ability to age.
Where's that lychee honeysuckle note on the nose come from?
I think that comes from Muscadel. Muscadel's a variety from Bordeaux originally. It adds a little spark in the middle of the nose, but it also gives the wine a bit of length and a little bit of power on the palate.
It really has some fullness too, true to that sort of what used to be called white burgundy style. True to that style, it has some full palate texture and structure.
Sort of dishes it could go with, because it's got that acid and the sweetness, but it's got the beautiful dryness there.
I think you cut through anything with the richness, the cream, or full flavoured, white meat.
Only Sol Meunier or something like that.
I was down the coast the other day and with a few viticulturists, and we caught a whole lot of bread and butter fish, which I brought home, and we had a bottle of the White Classic with it.
Yeah. Well, it's a fantastic wine, and it's over 70 vintages now, and it's still just going so well and so strong.
It's lovely to work with a wine that has got such huge history and such a future. I hope that Jack would be proud of us.
Will we try the museum White Classic and compare it?
Wait.
Jared!
Which year?
This is the 99. Colour's still holding up.
Colour's great.
Still says Chenin Blanc in it, but it's got this lovely sweetness and toastiness and richness as it gets old, but it's still crisp.
And still got the crisp acid.
For a wine that is fairly reasonably priced as a new wine, it always gives me great thrill when it comes around to wine shows, and this wine picks up the trophy for the best aged white wine against a lot of other wines that are an awful lot higher in price than what this wine is.
And how much further do you think will that evolve?
I reckon it'll probably hold that for another 4 or 5 years, and then we'll darken up a little bit again, even further. And
testament to the strength of the brand that there's such a wine in the portfolio that people follow year in, year out, and cellar it. And
I can't think of another table wine that has been produced consistently every vintage since 1937. I don't think I can think of one in the whole industry. No, must that I like drinking with that bit of age on it. It's
Well,
gorgeous.
I like the fresh one.
Different times, different moments, different foods, different